In previous session, we cloned GN meta build system source code, and we uh, uh, compiled to the build system. Okay, and we also compiled one sample application which comes with GN meta build system, and we executed uh, to test whether everything works fine with GN. In this session, we'll be writing our own Hello World application in C++, and we'll try to compile it in GN meta build system context, so that it will be directly, I mean to say, it will be directly integratable to Fuchsia. Okay, so that will be needed because Fuchsia uses GN plus Ninja build system. So we have to do the same thing here. So first of all, we are going to make one sample application. Okay, so we'll make this application named with a directory my app, and here we'll create one hello cpp, and okay, now since we have not included namespace, we'll do std cout, and then hello fuchsia, and then sorry std, and we'll return okay 0 here, and then code is complete. So this application is as simple as this one, so that we can concentrate on compiling this application rather than writing this application in whole. That writing a kind of complete application or library will be doing in separate session. In this session, we'll just concentrate on how to write our own program and get it integrated into Fuchsia. I mean, to get it ready for integration into Fuchsia. Okay, so this is the single file here. We'll try with G++ first of all to check it compiles. Okay, it compiled, and then we got a.out. Now we'll execute. So hello Fuchsia is printed. Now this is we compiled directly with G++ here. I mean we used directly G++ compiler and generated this code, but we did not use GN meta build system or Ninja build system. So we have to use that so that we can integrate it into Fuchsia. Okay, that's the whole purpose of this session. For that, what we have to do is first we need to go into GN. Now, since I did not included GN path here in my environment in earlier session, I'll be doing it right now for this particular console. So we'll go into see if here we have two directories. Okay, GN and my app. So GN is the metaverse system here. And one more thing, I have already installed uh, a Ninja in my PC through deb package, so there's no need of doing anything for Ninja here. Okay, but GN we need it from this particular location. So if we go inside out here, GN, this GN we have to use. Okay, and for that we are going to export this path. Okay, here. So we'll do like export, then path equal to existing path, and we'll append it with our itis already. Okay, so this thing we are going to do now. So now it should be GN should be accessible, right? We'll go into my app, and we will check if GN is accessible right here. We can check also. Okay, so fine, this is not the purpose at present. So GN is accessible now. What we are going to do to make GN work, first of all, we need to have few things up. Okay, few things, few configurations available here, so that GN will understand. what is our configuration, build configuration, and according to that compilation will happen. So what is this about? What is this build configuration? So we write our own configuration file, and we tell like what is the source code, what binary we want to generate, and out of the cross tool chain, which compiler to choose, like whether G++ or CXX. So which compiler we want to choose. So all those kind of configuration information we need to provide. So make it simple. We'll write our as a developer, as an application developer in here for for native code. We'll write our build file here. Okay, we'll remove this a dot dot. We don't need it. We just wanted to check with G++ if this program doesn't give any kind of issue. Okay, so we'll touch build.gn. This is the file name we need to use always. Okay, so we'll go into this file. Okay, fine. And then so here we will write what executable we want to put. Executable. So what name we want to give? Sorry, what name we want to give here? We'll give name as hello only, and then we write here sources equal to, and we are providing source code files here. So since we can have multiple files, so this is an array, right? So for this uh, particular application, we'll have only one hello dot cpp. Okay, and this has to be in double quote. Okay, that's how it should be. And then just give comma. This is not always necessary, but it is better to do this way. Okay, now we give what application we want to generate, application name, executable name, and what are the source code. So yeah, this is very simple application. So this is the ultimate build.gn file. That's it. So now this is not enough, because this gives how to compile this particular application, but it doesn't tell about um, which build tool chain, which compiler to use, and all. So those information has to come from somewhere. I mean to say, GN has to get those information from somewhere, and GN will pass those information to Ninja. Okay, in .ninja file. So we need to do a few more setups for GN build system. So we have to create one .touch file here, .gn file here. Okay, so we'll do like this, or instead of doing this is very generic. From here on, everything is very generic. Okay, so we don't need to bother about what else we need to write code. Okay, because those are very common in across the whole build system. So we'll just copy it from somewhere. Okay, so our focus should be only to write application, and write how to compile that this source code. Okay, so if there are some more set of source code and we want to compile library, then instead of executable we have to provide library as generated object file. Okay, so object with a dot s, so we want to generate, okay, system object, or we want to generate only executable as daemon or something. So it all depends on so whatever we need, we'll have to write only build.gn. Okay, here. And if we have so many files and there are directory hierarchy, then we have to put build.gn in I mean, it is up to us how we want to put. If we want to put in one build.gn, or we want to have multiple build.gn in hierarchy of directories, and we want to consolidate all of those. Okay, so it all depends on application basically. So here so our focus is only to deal with this. We don't need to worry much about what build toolchain and all. So we'll just copy it from somewhere. Where we'll copy from? So we'll go into gn, and we'll go into example, and then inside this simple application, simple build, here we have, if we do -a, then we'll see .gn also here, .gn file. So we'll try to understand it first. So this is the first thing we need, vi.gn. So in this it gives where's the build configuration uh, lies. So build, it lies inside build config.gn. Okay, so we don't have to deal with this thing. I'm again telling, because when we are working into Fuchsia will already have this in place, this files in place, so we have to concentrate only in our application. But since we are compiling our own application here, we are going to copy these files, and this will be helpful if, for bigger project development, in fact, uh, for debugging and all. So this, anyways, so this provides build configuration here, and this is the path, build config.gn. What is this? We'll check that as well. So it is build, right? Build directory. We'll add this. Okay, so it is build directory here. So we'll go inside build directory and we'll check this file, build config.gn. What it says that if we are not providing it says basically what is the target OS, target CPU, current OS, current CPU, and also those information we have to provide here. If we're not providing, it consider everything as host. So it is build system is host, and the target as well is host system. Okay, so this host OS we are using, and we are targeting this application for, and host CPU is also configured here by default. Otherwise we have to provide this configuration, and according to that it will take this informations. So yeah, this is all. And next important thing is what set of default toolchain we are going to use. We are going to use build toolchain GCC, which compiler basically we are going to use. Okay, compiler linker, and also we are going to use build toolchain here. Okay, so we'll see that also. So here we have cd toolchain. Okay, and set this GCC was there, right? So we go ahead and build.gn, and we'll see here GCC. So basically this is the ultimate configuration used will be used for compiling our application. Okay, so it will be using GCC -mmd, and this whole command it is going to use, or it may use this also. We have to check that if there is any cross reference here and there. But anyways, so these things are always consistent across the development, so we don't need to deal with these things at all throughout the development life cycle of in Fuchsia. So we don't have to worry, but we have to understand what is exactly happening inside, so that for any linker issues or compiling issues, mostly linker issues will definitely come here and there. So we have to deal uh, with minimal understanding so that we can resolve those issues. So these are basically uh, configurations, default configuration. We are not going to do anything here. We'll just leave it as it is, and so we that's why I said we are going to use this toolchain configuration. Okay, we are going to use this toolchain configuration as well as this build gn. Okay, so um, we basically don't have to do anything here. We have to just copy this cp.gn, and gn is dependent on this toolchain build directory basically. So build also. Okay, and we have to copy it inside our my app. Okay, cp-1. Okay, fine. So we have done all this copy, right? So fine, so let's go there and go inside my application, and we have this thing over here. uh, so if you see .gn here, so this is there's no issue with the path here, because .gn depends on build, and then build is, anyways we just copied it, so we don't have to do anything here. So now what we are supposed to do, we are ready to compile this application, and in this application we have build tool chain setup ready, and we have our own build script ready for our application. Okay, so we basically work only in this and this, and this is what we have to deal with throughout the Fuchsia project. Okay, uh, so let's do it now. We have to first generate Ninja file. Okay, uh, so we'll do something like gen. Okay, generate file. Which file we have to generate? We have to generate. We'll make one directory. It is up to us, but better to try the generic option so that everyone will. This should not be any confusion. So we'll do this gen out default. Okay, so this is done without any error. So if we do tree of out, okay, it will show what all files got generated. So this generated arc.gn, build.ninja, build. So basically, our interest is only arc.gn, build.ninja, and hello.ninja. Okay. So this hello.ninja is not there's nothing to do with hello program code. This is basically a build script for hello program. Okay, hello.cpp program. It is not actually object. Okay, this says object for GN, but ultimately this is a script here. We'll check that also. We'll go inside out default and we'll read these files here. So if you see this arcs, there's nothing here because we did not provide any argument here. We provide like which target host and all those information, and then those will be listed here. Since we did not do any setup here, which target to compile, like if we are compiling for ARM device or anything as such, then those configuration will go here. But since we are compiling only for our host system, we don't have to do anything here. Okay, that's the reason this empty. Now let's see this. We have build.ninja, and here Ninja has generated this file. Okay, sorry, GN has generated this file for Ninja, and GN tells that Ninja required version is 1.7.2. Rule is GN, root is this path. Okay, uh, this path comes this is relevant path, and where to generate this file. Finally, the executable file. So those things it tells like it has to it is with respect to out default. So from out default, it knows that where is the root. So it root is uh, to directory backs there where our hello program is written, and where to generate. We have to generate in out dot out default only. Okay, so that's what nothing much here. So it just tells like build for build command it has to do this thing. For build all command this has to do these things. For by default if you just execute build, then you will use build all, so it will do this things this many part. Okay, so that's what here. Now we go inside obj, and here's the one more interesting part here, hello dot ninja. So yeah, we saw see, this is the configuration which looks a little familiar. This is not exactly the make file kind of, but little familiarities we can see here. So this is what defines include directory. These things we have not done, so otherwise it will include some directory dependencies. So what compiler flag we are using, pthread and all, cp and all. So this compiler flag for cc stands for it is like C++ file only. This is C++ file, but the name stands for C with classes. Okay, so that's the name Google use. That's the naming convention Google is using in this Fuchsia project for C++ coding. Okay, that looks even much appropriate to me as well because this includes so many C codes as well. There's not pure C++. Okay, so C and C++ combination and C with classes. Yeah, it makes better sense. Now this target out directory is obj, and where to generate this file and what is the target name hello, which we provided as executable name in .gn file, right? And how to compile and all. So these are the information GN is passing to Ninja. Okay, so we'll see that. So basically Ninja is going to take out these files and compile the things. Okay, so we can either directly do Ninja here, okay, Ninja here, then it will compile the whole source code, okay. I mean to say this will do compilation from the current directory. Otherwise, we can mm, do from here also application directory, same place. So we did like where is that Ninja, right? Okay, anyways, leave it. So we'll do Ninja. Uh, and we'll pass argument like where is the directory which we have, which has G, I mean Ninja informations. So basically, Ninja doesn't know anything about what is GN. It doesn't know anything at all. What was that GN build system? It will know only the directory. From there, it will get some information here and there. But yeah, but it has to get dot Ninja uh, ready. So it is very sophisticated, you can say. So let's pass it. Uh, where we have our default as directory where we did all Ninja file generation. So we'll pass this whole directory here. Okay, and same path we had provided in GN, right? GN will show you first. We did GN space. Okay, I think I okay, yeah. So that's what we did, right? GN now default. So we'll do same location with Ninja and hyphen C for directory path. Okay, and that's it. So this thing compiled here, and if we do with okay, nothing to do because we already compiled it. We could see the command also if we do hyphen v. Okay, anyways, not necessary here. So we have already done our job here. So we go inside. Okay, one thing we can do, what default here is the binary generated. What exactly happened, we can see that also. We remove this hello and then we'll come back, and then we'll do Ninja again. So yeah, this time this hyphen v, since we few of the Ninja files were already generated, that's why only one. There, otherwise there will be more steps actually. So some things were already there. So this uses G++ and all. These are the options, compiler options it provides, like which what is the output file, and where is the what is the path, and also this provides everything here. What is the linker options? So basically we compiled our code. We'll go inside out default and we'll try to execute this file. So we do this, hello Fuchsia generated, right? This code executes. So that means there is no issue. We compiled our application successfully here, and we understood that for writing our own application, okay, we don't have to do a lot of things. We have to just write our own GN build script as usual in any of the Linux application. We either write make file, or if it is about CMake, then we write CMake file build script. So similar way here also we do. So we just provide information needed for GN, then GN do all the uh, stuff, and it will generate Ninja files, and the Ninja file goes to Ninja build system, and that's how the whole build system works. So we got that understanding, and we can even debug things here. Okay, so that's cool now. Thank you.